Ah, Singapore Airlines. The name alone promises something special. If you're subscribed, you probably know how much I fly this airline by how often I fly with them. Today, we're flying from Singapore to Paris on the world's second best airline. But does their business class product truly live up to the hype? Let's find out. Our journey starts at Terminal 3 of Singapore Changi International Airport, ranked the world's second best airport by Skytrax. The check-in was incredibly fast, with 6 counters dedicated to business class passengers. The check-in area is shared with economy class, a trend we're starting to see with a lot of major airports. Immigration was quick and well organized. And soon, we were heading to the Singapore Airlines KrisFlyer business class lounge to relax before our flight. The KrisFlyer Business Class Lounge, which I've started to call my second home, opened in early 2022. It's exclusively for Star Alliance passengers traveling in business or first class. Each time I enter this lounge, the food options keep getting better, with a fantastic selection of cold cuts, a salad bar, fruit platters, and pastries from all around the world. There are also hot meals featuring dishes from across Southeast Asia, such as Thai curries, noodle soup, chicken sauté, and dumplings. I tried some of the food while I was there, and it was some of the best food I've had in a lounge. For Star Alliance Gold members that are not flying in business or first class, the KrisFlyer Gold Lounge is also available. It's not quite on the same level as this one, but still offers a pretty good experience. Now that we've reviewed this lounge, let's head to the main event. Before we get on board, I would really appreciate it if you could subscribe to the channel. It helps us out a ton. Soon, boarding started. We were boarding a 777-300ER for our flight to Paris. Although I've walked the aisle multiple times over, Singapore Airlines still manages to impress me. It feels very open, especially since the center section has no overhead compartments. The dark tones used throughout give the cabin a cozy vibe. The seats are incredibly wide, probably wider than some first class seats I've been in. I'm looking at you, British Airways. Before I even had a chance to settle in, the amazing crew handed me a hot towel. Is there any better way to start a flight? Just before departure, the crew provided a menu. And let me tell you, the meal options looked fantastic. Let me know what you think about these options in the comments down below. There's also a great selection of drinks, from champagne and fine wines to cocktails and spirits. It looks like we're in for a treat during this flight. Each seat has plenty of storage, a bottle of water, and high quality noise cancelling headphones. You also have personal reading lamps, a USB-C port, an international power outlet, and a touchscreen remote if you don't feel like touching the screen. Just as we push back, I wanted to give you some information about Singapore Airlines. Singapore Airlines flies to Paris using both the 777-300ERs and A350-900s. Fun fact, they have the largest fleet of Airbus A350s with 64 aircraft. We've flown on them before, so you can check that out as well. They also happen to fly the longest flight in the world from New York to Singapore, which is about 18.5 hours if I'm not wrong. Anyways, enough of me talking. Let's enjoy the sound of these GE90s engines roar to life. As we get ready for dinner, I want to mention the Book the Cook service. It allows you to pre-select meals from a wider menu. This is available in all classes except for economy flights longer than an hour and a half. Dinner service started right after takeoff, with a selection of nuts and a drink. For the entree, I had a marinated prawn salad with cucumber, shaved fennel, and green mojo dressing. But the real highlight was yet to come. Yes, now this is what I'm talking about. Singapore Airlines is one of the few airlines that serves lobster in business class. This is their famous lobster thermidor, featuring lobster in a rich, creamy sauce with cognac, Dijon mustard, mushrooms, and herbs. I literally have one word for this dish: divine. To finish on a sweet note, again, you're gonna have to excuse the pronunciation here, but a lychee lane rose verine and a pistachio jacquard sponge cake was served. This meal exceeds all expectations and really showcases what a top-tier airline offers. After the meal, the crew kindly converted my seat into a fully flat bed. This was complete with real bedding and a mattress pad for extra comfort. The bed stretches over 2 meters long, perfect for getting some sleep. Before I doze off, let's check out the business class bathroom. It's more spacious than your typical lavatory, but nothing out of the ordinary. Now let's take a look at Singapore Airlines' in-flight entertainment. There are over 1900 options, including movies, TV shows, music, and live TV channels like CNN, BBC News, and Sports 24. I'm impressed with the selection. It's the closest thing I've seen to Emirates' entertainment system, which I regard one of the best in the world. At this point, I'm not even surprised how good the system is. Good morning, everyone. I hope you're all rested well because I had a fantastic sleep. We're back to my favorite part of any flight: eating. Breakfast service was soon to begin. For breakfast, the crew served fresh fruit, a warm bread roll, and a chocolate croissant. There were also yogurts and high-quality strawberry jam. For the main course, I could choose between muesli, an omelette with veal sausages, or Singaporean nasi lemak. I went for the muesli along with some freshly squeezed orange juice and coffee. The breakfast was just as impressive as the dinner. This is as good as it gets in business class. So what's my verdict on Singapore Airlines? Honestly, it's as close to perfect as it can get. Even if I try to nitpick, it's hard to find something to criticize. The only slight improvement might be adding sliding doors for more privacy, as they're becoming more popular in business class cabins nowadays. But the seat is very comfortable and spacious, the crew is super friendly, the in-flight entertainment is just excellent, and well, the food, you know how I feel about that. If you get the chance to, I highly recommend flying Singapore Airlines. They're not just great in business class, but they're great in every cabin. It might not always be the cheapest option, but you can see why. It's an experience worth having at least once. And just like that, we're landing into Paris CDG Airport. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe for more experiences like this one, and let me know what you thought about the flight in the comments down below. See you soon for another flight adventure. Bye for now.